Yo, today we have Quora, another day of Quora, and specifically I want to do Quora because of a recent submission. I just posted an answer 20 minutes ago, and I thought, right now is the right time to talk about this talk about this answer. So let's get right into it. The question is, are there any specific exercises or techniques one can use to cultivate self-awareness and improve decision-making abilities? Now, my notebook, here it is related to this answer, and it's going to be a very interesting one because I never really planned to even talk about it, but I just thought, why not just share everything that I'm doing in hopes I can benefit someone else. And here I wrote down that I created an exercise called Daily Note, Story and Joke. And this is my creation. I had no influence from any outside source. This is kind of what I made up. And it's a 3-part exercise where you focus on improving your note taking, building your story bank, and practicing humor. And it's kind of so it's a 3-part where it focuses on 3 different things that you're doing, but it puts it into one kind of exercise so that you can practice it in one go. And the format is as follows. And this notebook here is where I've done all the exercises. And I start, like how I said, I started in January. So I've been doing it for 2 months now. And from what point? Where? Yeah, since January, like around, I'd say, so I started it on the 23rd of January. 23rd of January I started, and pretty much everything from there to there. So like quite a lot of pages. And the thing is, I'm trying to be careful not to show the pages because they are personal to me, and they just kind of let me go over this example and you'll see why it's personal. So the format would go as follows. The daily note. So the first part of the exercise, you would write down something along the lines that, oh, today I've learned this and I did this week. At work I experienced this. Oh, in school I've done this. Or you would talk about your mindset or how you're feeling. I felt this way today, or this week I'm very determined to go achieve this. This year I have big goals. Go along those lines. Anything that you feel like you want to take note of it. And it's the whole point, to practice note taking. Practice to take note of how you feel, what you learned, what you struggled with. And it definitely improves your ability to track things via note taking. The next thing is daily story, and this is, as I mentioned, practicing building your story bank. And the story bank, thanks to Vin, the public speaking coach, quite well, he worded it, story bank. But it's kind of, I focused on getting better at recalling old memories, which is something I personally struggled with, and I don't know if you can relate to that too. I know there's people that can relate to that, where there's things that were going on in my childhood and I have someone telling me about it, like was I even there? Like how are you telling me what I did? And I don't remember it. But this exercise helps me kind of recall more and more of my past, from early years, from my early years to end of primary school, which is from anywhere from age 1 to 11, and then in my secondary to sixth form years, just like from 12 to 17, 18, and then in my later years from my 18 to where I am now, I'm 22. And the great thing about it was, at first it was a real struggle to recall memories, and the more consistent I was every day as I did, or every other day as I did the exercise, the more I was able to pick up on memories that I forgot completely of. And it was because the way your mind works is that if you focus on something, if you focus on it, your conscious mind, your subconscious will start to pick up and help you do those, like remember those things. So with this whole journaling about my memories and my stories, time goes by. I've picked up so many memories and written them down in this notebook here, that I would have completely forgot about, and not even found the opportunity to remember as much as I did through writing this. And I give an example of, when I was, if you were to write this, you'd be like, oh, when I was 9 years old, I was in this school at the end of this age, and I done this, and I didn't like this in the class. And then you would mention, when I go back home, I love my dad, I love my siblings, because we used to always play these board games. We used to always have fun. We used to always eat. When we ate out, it was always funny. And that's just a great way to kind of, I call it like rekindling or reconnecting with old memories. And also it gives you the opportunity to reach out to people that you used to know. Because I've reached out to people that I was very close with before, but as time goes on, like people move in their own directions. But it helped. It gave me something to talk about with people. I'd message them and be like, "Oh, yo, do you remember that time when we done this, and when we played this, or when we was joking around about this?" And it can be a way. It can be a gateway for you to reopen that door to old friendships. The last bit is a daily joke to practice humor. And it's just a great way to kind of take away the seriousness of you writing a daily note and then writing a story and thinking hard about it. Just try to be humorous for a little. Just try to be funny. Just try incorporate humor into it. And I just gave an example. My brother would say this and make us all laugh and all of that. That's just a lie. But my younger brother, for example, is really funny, and he would do stuff and say stuff that would make everyone laugh. But it's important to have a little bit of fun with it, and just try use different tactics to see how you can be funny with how you journal. And I'll just look at from examples that I have here. Is this because some of the ones I'm looking at now in my notebook is that I would incorporate, for example, a joke from the story that I just remembered, from a memory I just remembered. So maybe that could be a tool for you to use as you try to do this, the daily joke side of things. But it's a way to keep things fun and have fun while you're doing it. And yeah, that's what I wanted to share with this exact exercise. And I said that this is a format I am following, and try to do this exercise daily or every few days. And because it's so easy, I try to keep it daily. But if I fail at keeping it daily, I don't force myself or get too hung up if I miss a day or two on it. And yeah, I think I'll do 2 more questions. Since we're 8 minutes in, I'll do 2 more questions, because why not? What's the most unexpected skill or hobby you've developed during the past year, and how did it happen? Practicing self-accountability, self-care, and leadership. This has helped in the second half of 2023, and a few factors played into it. I am grateful for everything that's happened, 100,000%. And it mainly happened in, I think, around the time I started YouTube and around the time I started working my graduate job. And it kind of put me in a dilemma. I'm great when I'm put in a situation where I have to do something, where I have to make a choice as to whether I want to make a positive impact in my life and others' lives, or I just don't even consider it. And I tend to choose the former, where I want to make that positive impact. But it's mostly when I'm put in that situation where I have to choose. And being between coming up until my work and YouTube, I made the choice to kind of stick true with YouTube and my newsletter, and posting as many answers as I can on Quora. And it's for me, it's made a big difference in my life, and I'm hoping it's made a difference in others' lives too. And yeah, it's definitely something I've realized, and I appreciate God so much for giving me that opportunity to kind of do all of this, because At the end of the day, it's my passion, and that's why I'm keeping doing this stuff. If it wasn't, I would have quit, because it takes a lot of time and effort, but it's worth it. What mindset should we adopt when faced with the opportunity to try something new? A growth mindset. Practice curiosity and keenness towards learning new things, meeting new people, and enjoying your experiences. And very keen. You have to have that confidence and bravery to try new things out. Like, I remember in my second year of uni, I was trying out different sports, and it took that confidence and curiosity to kind of be willing to go out there and try learning new things. And like how I said, meeting new people and focusing on enjoying the process and not being too fixated on how results will come out, because you can't control that until that happens, until the results are there. But focusing on the process and just enjoying your time out there. And we'll end it with this too here. What are the two most important things to consider while developing a strategy? Now, there's so many different things you can consider, right? There's so many, and I decided to pick these two. Considering time limits and resources available are two essential aspects to planning and strategy. And yeah, so considering how much time you have and how much resources you have is pretty much the entire plan. Like, you have to build it around that, because that will kind of give you a basis of where to start, how the process in between will go, and how it will finish. And yeah, this is very essential to have those in your plan. Thank you for watching this video.